Hey, Jacob here. I'm going to talk about my mental illness and how it has affected my life. Um, when I was 19, I was having depression and I ignored it until eventually it led to suicidal and homicidal ideation. So I got really freaked out. So I checked myself in and I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And they put me on medication and I took it for about 6 months, but it got really expensive and I stopped taking it. After that, it was hard for me to keep a job. It was hard for me to be more social. It was hard for me to function in society. I was doing reckless things like setting things on fire and treating people like crap. I lacked empathy, which means I lacked empathy. I didn't have any sympathy towards other people either. So I was in really bad shape, and I started coping with it in an unhealthy way by experimenting with narcotics and drinking and nothing good. So that lasted a while, about 4 or 5 years. I just stopped taking medication, and it was horrible. But when I was 22, I ran into some trouble, and I went did some jail time, and that's when my family got involved. Because before that, they didn't really get involved. They just said, "Oh, you're an adult. You can fend for yourself." They were concerned, but they weren't helping me out at all. So I lacked family support, which is a big problem. So when I got out of jail, I lived with my grandparents, and they made my decisions for me because I wasn't making very good decisions. They helped me with my medication management. They helped me find a psychologist. They helped me get on SSI, which is disability. And with that, I got Medicaid. And with Medicaid, you get your medications for free. So I don't have to pay for my medication anymore, which helps me out a lot because it's expensive. It's the generic version, but it's better than nothing. Um, so with after that, I moved out and I'm living in an apartment, and been doing a lot better. I'm on medication. I'm more social. I'm more outgoing. Uh, I have more empathy and sympathy. I treat people a lot better. I'm friendly and outgoing. I just feel totally different. I feel like the opposite of what I was when I was having my symptoms. Um, I took Gedon for about a year, and my psychiatrist took me off of it abruptly, and I had a delusion because I was in my own little world and I was talking to someone, and he said he was my figment of he was a figment of my imagination, and it just felt so real. And I told my psychiatrist what happened, and he said it was a delusion. So I've only had one delusion my entire life. So I'm not diagnosed with schizoaffective or schizophrenia. I'm diagnosed with bipolar disorder because you can have delusions and still be bipolar. It just depends on what other symptoms you have. Schizoaffective is bipolar with psychosis, and schizophrenia is just straight up psychosis. Um, but yeah, I feel totally better. I'm not struggling anymore. I think living with my family helped a lot. I think having my family got more supportive. Now I'm seeing a psychologist once every other week. I'm my medication is working pretty well, and I feel a lot better. If you're struggling with it, I would say try to find a way to pay for your medication. Try to find a way to cope with it in a healthy way, like writing or reading or exercising, things like that that will keep your mind busy. Because you just lay around the house and not do anything, you're not going to get any better. You want to get out of the house and go for a walk or go for a jog or you want to try your best to be social. Um, don't be socially awkward. Try to find something to talk about with people. There's always something to talk about, and if you have a supportive family, you can always talk to them and tell them you love them and that you want them to support you, and they'll do it. I also have a church family. I go to church every Sunday, and they're really big supportive. They're really supportive too. They pray for me every day. I'm very religious. I believe in God, and yeah, I think that's helping me out a lot too as well. But yeah, that's my story. Thank you.